Hi Sam, how are you? Hang on, I'm handing out a tweet to the world before I switch. You're free from the ads, hooray! Hang on. Hang on. I am still like tweeting this out so I can like help out as many people as I can. Of course we're gonna use Jack Black. But yeah. Wow. Okay, is this React screen okay or is it like hang on. Oh, it was fine. It was fine. Shit. Go men. But yeah, how you doing, Sam? How is Sammy doing? How are you doing? Okay. So I also late night and probably gonna pass out, but I'm good. How are you, Frankie? I am good. I've been going out a lot. I've been going out so much that it's been hecka tiring because I went out. I was like having kind of a rough start of April, and I asked Hika if I could come over to just like hang out, and we did. We like hung out for a while, and then he had to go to like a party, so I had the place to myself. So I get to sleep. I get to sleep without anybody like asking for help or anything like that, which is nice. I think I needed that to just have reset and have like a time for myself. But yeah. And then after that, we went out for my brother's birthday. He also streams Best to Play. I think he only streams like Valorant and other like shooter games, but he also like plays survival games. Anyways, and then I went out again because my friends were like, "Hey, Frankie, are you are you planning to like go out on Friday?" And I was like, "No, why?" He's like, "Do you want to go out?" Like, okay. And I was supposed to stay over at Sprout's house, but I felt the heat in her area, and I was like, no, I'm gonna go home. Sometimes good to take a breather. Yes, yes, yeah. It was nice. He and I like ordered some takeout, watched a bit of Valorant. We took a nap, and then I cooked him some dinner because I asked him like, "Are you gonna eat dinner there?" I was like, "No, we're just gonna like drink." I'm like, "Okay," and then I made him some dinner. Went grocery shopping. Then he went out to his party, which left me alone in the apartment where I was just like sleeping. That's all I did. That's all I did in this place. I eat and I sleep. I am a simple bun. I just need to eat and I need to sleep. Ayan, let me get my phone because I don't like switching from chat to OBS so I can read properly. Yeah, hell yeah. Hello. Okay, we're back. I have my phone so I can read. I pass out. I talk to the man more and assault with TikToks in the morning. Good night. Good night, Sam. But yeah, after I had like my weekend with Hika, I went out. I think in the afternoon. Right now, in at night with my brother and my sister and my nephew. Then we had like a birthday dinner for him. He is now 26 and he wanted to eat at Rax. Cuz last time I like treated everybody to sushi. Now I'm treating him to Rax. And the steak was dry and the chicken was dry. It was kind of disappointing. And I felt bad because it was his birthday. And instead of a cake, my sister offered like ice cream. No, ice cream's good. Then after that, on Friday, like on Thursday, my friend messaged me, "Hey Frankie, like, do you have any plans on Friday?" It's like I still have work, but why? What's up? They said they were gonna be like in Sprouts area, so not my area, Sprouts area. And then it's like, yeah, sure, but I'm gonna be available in dinner time because I still have work. So I started work early to just to get ahead of it because I don't want Friday traffic is bullshit here. And then like we just decided to catch up. It was really nice. Having like going through fully book. I wanted to buy manga and I kind of wanted to buy the One Piece with Chomper on the cover just because it's Chomper. I don't watch One Piece by the way. I just like the cute animals. I'm sorry. And then we had like Japanese food. Hello, it's Mellow Boy. Hi, I'm sorry. I'm just like talking about what happened with me like the start of April and why I went out 3 times before I get into it, you know. But yeah, work's been good. A lot of like assignments lately, but not too bad. Pays good. But yeah, I had like a whole conversation with Zaki, and then he asked me, he's like, "Are you happy with your life?" And I'm just like, "Actually, I am, because I get to treat my family to a nice dinner. I get to go out with my friends without having to worry about bills too much. I'm pretty good, all things considered. But yeah, I don't know. I just like sharing this part where like I'm good. I'm actually good. Okay, so how to be a freelancer by Frankie Bunny. Okay, so I made this presentation because I wanted to something like this when I was starting out as a freelancer. So I started out as a freelancer as a book reviewer in bookreviews.com. I don't know if it's still up, but that's where I started in. And they paid $5 for every review that you give out to a book from people who are trying to get published, people who are trying to, get their book out there. And the thing is, with bookreviews.com or .org, I can't remember, but the thing is, even if you did give out a book review, sometimes they don't accept it. So every now and then, I don't get like reviews. I don't get like paid for the reviews that I give. And I wanted to know if there's like a better way to earn money without having to give out free work. I would review so many books, amazing books, touch my heart. I really like when the protagonist did the thing. But yeah, that's how I started with freelancing. I started out as book reviewers because when I was in college, every time I would read a new book, I would post it on Instagram. If you like scroll all the way down to hell in Instagram, you will find all of the book reviews there. Please don't. I I don't like the pictures that I have there, but that's where that's where I started. Uh but yeah, I hope you guys find this helpful. Let me know if I missed something. I would love everyone's input in my in my Twitter post, probably on the thread of the Canva. This is available on the Canva. But yeah, that's where I started, and then I did like a lot of odd jobs like production assistant. All the whole goal while I was working in college was to earn enough money for my thesis because I was the one financing it. Didn't have like rich parents to finance my thesis. I had to like earn that shit. But yeah, for legal reasons, I am not a professional. This presentation is based on my experience, my other friends' experience. I asked so many of my friends about like freelancing, people that I know that actually do freelancing. So please do not come at me if like you guys need a certification for something. I am just here. I just want to make something that I wish I had when when I started out. So, what is a freelancer? A freelancer is a person who works per job basis, an independent contractor. Usually, these are like artists, writers, virtual assistants, editors, video editors. This is a person who can't really rely on daddy's money. You know, they're the sugar or nepotism. They can't really have like financial stability. These are people who do not work in corporate, although there have been freelancers who have been absorbed by corporate. I will make that note. So, advantages of being a freelancer, you hold your own time. Most freelancers get like contractual jobs, and most of the time they don't have to like answer to, like, oh, kailangan ko mag-log in at this time, at this hour. You have higher earning potential because you basically give out the price yourself. So you can give as high as you want or as low as you want. It depends on you. And you're building skills. I think freelancers have more opportunities to learn new skills because there are times where you're going to be asked like, oh, do you know how to edit videos, or oh, do you know how to like upload blogs? When I started out as a writer, I did not know how to use WordPress. I had no idea how to do like web design. And then I had like a mentor help me out to like navigate through all of that for me, which I was very lucky to have because I know that some people were just like left to their own devices. Like my sister, she had to like go through YouTube to figure out how WordPress worked. Meanwhile, I had a boss who was just like, "Oh, you do this, you do that. If you have any questions, just just ask me." And that's the other thing. You meet a lot of new people in freelancing. Some are really good people, like the ones that I mentioned, like they just want to help out. And there are some that are just like um they are new challenges for you. They can be the new challenge for you to deal with. they they're like, social skill wise, maybe they haven't been able to deal with a lot of people in real life. Like, meet all kinds of people. So disadvantages of freelancing. So there's income instability. I think uh I think the disadvantage of freelancing is this one. This is the number one, I feel like, because you have to really work hard to get money, to earn money. Because there are gonna be times where you don't have work, you haven't been applying. There are gonna be times where they just, they're looking for someone else, or they already have somebody else for that job. You have to be active as a freelancer to keep earning money. And there are gonna be times where, it's just quiet, like nobody's looking for a certain freelancer at this moment or at this time. I think that's the biggest one for disadvantages. Another disadvantage is lack of benefits. Um, Freelance doesn't provide like, you know, the benefits of corporate where you get dental or medical or the medicard that they give you, that even though you still have to pay for for your hospital bills. But yeah, uh, the lack of benefits, like, you do have to do your own taxes. I do that a lot, and I don't think I can like stream how to do your taxes here without giving out too much information about my life. So I'm not gonna do that. The other one is greater workload. So if you are a freelancer, you're starting out and you're giving out low prices, there are times where you're gonna have more work. Or if you are working for a company and they feel like, oh, I can, take advantage of the fact that you're just freelancing, we can give you like extra jobs or extra work. I'm sure a lot of people have been given jobs that they did not apply for at their jobs. I am one of them, definitely. That's why I learned how to do analytics. I learned how to do SEOs because we lacked the manpower. But yeah, so you're going to end up working not within your job descriptions. And that's very common in freelancing. I feel like that's also common in corporate, right? Right. Yeah. All right. So, where do you start? Well, aside from your resume, I suggest like writers, artists, video editors, and graphic designers. You're gonna need a portfolio, so you can use like places like Instagram, Google Drive, one page website makers like Card, Wix, or Squarespace to make your portfolios. So one of the things is you have to make sure that it's your best work, something that you are capable of like remaking. Like you can't just like make like a masterpiece and then tell them like, oh, I have no idea how to make that again. So I'm going to show like a few portfolios. These are all mine. I'm not gonna open one of the blogs because my full legal name is in there. But I will show what my portfolio looks like. So this one is uh the art one. Hang on. Let me make this a bit small. Wait, now tama ba? Let me make this like this. Okay. There you go. OMG, look at that. Wow. Art portfolio. Okay. So with art portfolios, I suggest you bring out your best works. I always like the tarot card ones. I think they're my best work. But I also like the little reference sheet ones as well. I also like the outfit ones too. But yeah, I used to do tattoo art. I should take this out because I cannot do backgrounds to save my life. I also do the DST ones. So yeah, this is for like art portfolios. You can do as many as you want. I usually suggest like your best works at the top, and then just go from there. I'm always gonna go for the tarot ones because honestly, these are my favorites. The tarot cards are my favorites. Uy, it's Ross, my Oshi. The graphic artist one, I was planning to make it into another like website thing, but I got lazy. Oshi. Yeah, 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 yeah. There's also Mags, my other Oshi. I should take some of these out too. Some of these are really old. But yeah, for graphic artists, I also do like graphic art. Uh, you can do like samples. I think they're easy to make if you like figure out what your client wants. Then for written works, I suggest that if you are planning to apply for a very specific job, for example, if you are applying for blogs, I suggest you make a separate folder for blogs. But I usually just keep mine in one area because usually the jobs that I apply for are blogs anyways. But yeah, I have like from music blogs, from anime blogs. I did like an anime review once. I did not put the newspaper here because I feel like I did not do my best way, my best writing there. I'm sorry, I'm not really the best journalist. But I also do like YouTube scripts. I think I have one here. Yeah, I have YouTube scripts here. I'm not gonna open one of them because my full legal name is in here, so I can't do that. But yeah, YouTube scripts. I usually suggest like keep like 1 10 to 20 in here and title them accordingly so they know what they can like click on and look for. But yeah, those are just like some portfolios that you can make. For video editors, I'm not a video editor myself, but you can keep like a YouTube channel to show your work. So, where do you look for jobs? I got some of my YouTube script writing jobs at LinkedIn and onlinejobs.ph. I got my blog work at Upwork. And Magindara told me that she got hers at JobStreet. Some of the artist friends that I have, uh, like Ross, like Seegers, Kotaro, they got theirs from connections, recommendations. Some of them got it from like posts or fan art or contests. I remember Kotaro got his thumbnail work for a big YouTuber in a contest. So he had a thumbnail art contest that he entered, and they really liked his work, and he became like a permanent artist for them. So let's say you found a job, you applied for it, and now they said like, oh, we want to interview you because there's always gonna be an interview, whether it's corporate or it's freelancing. You are gonna be interviewed. So first things first, if there is a camera and they're asking you to do like a camera interview, look presentable. Don't just like wake up, turn on the camera, and start talking. this is not this is not a stream, guys. Clean yourself up. Make sure you don't look tired. My sister has been working and hiring new people at her advertising job, and she said like she has a tendency to not hire people who look tired. And I asked why, and then she said like, well, because if they're tired all the time, if they look tired all the time, it feels like, they're not going to be doing a good job. So like first impression, don't call your interviewer chat. Exactly. First impressions are very important. So look presentable, keep away from distractions. uh I think this one is very important for people who have like pets, who have kids, who has like a big TV playing in the background. Keep away from distractions. Make sure you are in a quiet room. Although there are people who have a hard time finding a quiet room, especially if they're near construction sites or they are near traffic. Mags, I love you and I miss you. Another thing is do not badmouth previous employers. I know that it's gonna be hard, especially if you had like a very the truck goes beep beep beep. I know that's gonna be hard because we've all had like bad experiences with different employers. But to employers, to people who are going to employ you, if they see you bad mouthing like a previous job, they feel like you're going to do the same thing for them, and they don't want to have to deal with that in the future, like if you do find another job and move on from them. So do not, like, attitude, basically. They're just like, you know, tinatansya nila yung attitude mo. Tinatansya, they're trying to like figure out yung at your attitude. So I'm trying to like yung ugali mo. Basic. I'm trying to say it in English. But yeah, do not badmouth previous employers. If they ask you like why did you leave your previous job, you can, you can try to embellish it a bit. I think it's normal to embellish why you left your job. Could be like, oh, I was doing more than I was not I d- okay, for example, you were not getting paid enough at your previous job. You can't say that. You can't really say that. But you can say, I felt like that I was not growing in that company because I feel like because I feel like my skill set needed more room to grow, and I felt like I have outgrown the company. Yeah. Basically, yung mga sagot mo, all of your answers are from like Miss Universe. Thank you for that wonderful question. Okay, so this one are for more of the artists. Be firm with your terms of agreement. So some artists are gonna have like, oh, I can't draw mech, I can't draw this, I can't draw that. Be firm with what your terms of agreement are. I know that you might end up losing a client from that, but I feel like if you keep like selling yourself to every client that goes out there for you, it's not gonna be good for you in the long run, basically. Ask questions about what the work is like, what is expected of you, and what type of work you'll be doing. So basically, during the interview, they're gonna be like, "Oh, do you have any questions?" I suggest you ask them now, because most people are like, "Oh no, I don't have any questions," because they half expect that they're not gonna get hired or anything like that. Ask them now. Ask them what is the work environment like. Ask them what are the expectations from the job that you are going to do. Like, it gives off the sense that, oh, I know you're gonna hire me, and it gives off the fact that you are actually interested in the job. Because I don't know if anybody knows this, but employers can sniff out if you are mass applying. I have friends in HR. I have people who have told me that they can tell when a potential employee is just mass applying and just answering whatever you want to answer. Hmm. Okay. All right. So here are some tips from the for all of the freelancers out there. These are tips that are given by me and all of the friends that I ask about this. Be open to learning new things. You can't just be like, oh, I'm just a writer. I just do writing. You can't, you like if they ask you to do like, can you post this in the blogs? You can't just say, oh, that's not my job. It's not in my job description. It's gonna come off as somebody like you don't want to. You're not willing to learn. You're not willing to like grow as a person. And I think that's one of the biggest advantages as a freelancer. You're going to learn new things. You're going to learn new programs. And when I started out, I just had like Word to type in. Now I have like Google Docs. I now have know how to use Google Trends, Google Analytics. I now know how to use a lot of like SEO programs. So yeah, be open to learning new things. It's very humbling when you realize that your skill set is not up there yet. And as people, we should be open to like growing. Yeah. All right. So don't be afraid to ask questions. I think in any job scenario, I think a lot of people are always like afraid to ask because like, oh, if they hire me, if I start asking questions, they think I don't know what I'm doing. It's gonna be bad for me. But it's actually a good thing to ask questions because for example, you're already hired and you don't ask questions, and then you just expect to get paid for what, doing nothing. They're not gonna expect you to know the ropes, how the job works. So if you do ask the questions, they know that you're actually interested and you actually want to do the job right. So yeah, don't be afraid to ask questions. This one again for the artists and the video editors, keep posting. A lot of my friends got their jobs because they just started posting like Sakura Sasuke art. Uh, Miyauki posted just some free edits. My friend Kotaro started like posting uh fan art of, fuck, what was that game? That Squid Game. The one where you shoot the ink. But yeah, a lot of fan art. Practice and improve. Um like this one is for everybody. I feel like my writing before was not the best. And I don't think it's the best now, but I feel like it's very different from how I write now. Manage your time well. This is one of the number one things with freelancing. Since you are not logging in at a certain time slot, you are going to end up having to manage your own time. And this is very like important for deadlines, for time management in general. Like, you need time to do your own chores, you need time to eat, you need time to like meet up with friends, have a good life. This one is keep your policy solid. This one is for more of the artists. Uh, don't let clients force you to do something that you are not comfortable with as an artist or as a video editor. But make sure that you are not too hard-headed about your policies. Like, wag ka mang-away. That's what I mean. So yeah, keep your policy solid, but help out your client without crossing any professional boundaries. I feel like with freelancing, especially with artists, there are times where clients feel like they can just message you whenever they feel like it, and I have experiences of being like trauma dumped to ng di oras. So maintain professional boundaries are very important, especially when you're working as a freelancer. You're working for yourself, so you can't be protected by a company. You need to protect yourself from these ones. Advertise yourself a lot. You are not gonna have anybody like sharing your stuff. Sharing your stuff. There are times where your friends are too busy to share your stuff. The best person to advertise is you, and no one else is gonna advertise you. So keep advertising like your artwork, your writing, your videos, everything about you. I think VTubers know that they have to advertise themselves. Be quick with delivery. This one is from Ross. If you are starting out as an artist, being quick with like your artwork is very beneficial for you because it's gonna spread like wildfire. Like, oh, this person is really good at art and they like deliver fast. This one is gonna land you jobs that have like really like bad deadlines, but it's uh it's a way to start as an artist. Be clear with deadlines. Show a step-by-step process. This one is for like the web designers out there, or like people who work in advertising. This one is from Ron's. If you show like a step-by-step process with your clients, they feel like they are part of it and they feel like they can see like progression. So keeping them updated is very important. Yeah. So everybody feels burnout. And I feel like freelancers have the worst burnout. All right. So, what is burnout? It's when you're like tired of life and you just want to stop. Okay. So, how do you deal with burnout? I like to exercise when I'm dealing with burnout. Hang on, I am in the way. How long have I been in the way? Let me move. Hiya. Okay, I'm no longer in the way. Put Frankie in the corner. There we go. Okay, where was I? Yes, exercise. I exercise a lot. I don't know if you follow me on Twitter or Instagram or anywhere else, but I exercise a whole lot. Is it for being fit, for fitness? Partly, but it's mostly for aesthetic. I'm very short. I need something going on for me. But yes, exercise does help out a lot. It gives you dopamine, it helps increase hormones, it makes you healthy, basically. Find different hobbies. I'm not one to talk about this because my hobbies are usually like drawing, painting my nails, anything that anything that does with art. But yeah, find different hobbies. Some of my friends play soccer. I read a book. Some of my friends like to go shopping. It's a very expensive hobby, but it's, a different hobby. Take a break every now and then. Do not force yourself to finish this or finish a work. Unless it's a deadline, you can take a break. You can afford to take a break. You are, I think that's what's important about freelancing. You have your own free will. You are free. Schedule days off for yourself. So, I stopped when I was freelancing as an English teacher and an artist. I gave myself like Mondays and Tuesdays days off because Saturdays and Sundays were popular times for English tutoring. Now I give myself Saturday and Sundays days off because my clients are usually available Mondays through Friday. So that's what Ross does as well. She gives herself 2 days off. Miyaki said do side quests. Go out, hang out with friends, uh, achieve something like play a video game every now and then. It's not gonna kill you. But yeah, don't force yourself to finish your work if there's no deadline. You have time to like rest, relax, and find happiness. So I just want to conclude that freelancing isn't the better option compared to corporate. People thrive in different mediums. I feel like people always look down on freelancing because you have more free time. Unlike corporate where you have to schedule a vacation leave, or you have to ask for your boss like, oh, can I take a sick leave? And there are times where you can't take a sick leave. There are times where in freelancing I can't take a sick leave. I'm in a extended 6 month contract. But yeah, both require a different set of skills that not many are willing to learn. I don't think a lot of like, uh, for example, a lot of like writers in journalism would be willing to learn how to use like WordPress or like blogging or SEO. My God, did you know that SEO keeps changing? Like it started out with Google Trends, and everybody is like saying different things in every video that I've watched. So ugh. It's a very unique type of work, I would say. So special thanks to the people. Thank you to the people I bothered for this. I feel like my experience is very different from others. That's why I had to ask everybody that I knew that was doing freelancing. It's a very like huge help from everybody. So I would like to thank my sister. She is the person that got me into freelancing in the first place. Next is Katara Kenji and Seegers. These are like my high school friends. Me is Rondell is also technically a high school friend. Actually, both Kotaro and me is Rondell is not a high school friend. Asawa ni, ni Seegers to. And asawa ni Kotaro to. They're, yes. Special thanks to Rosmo, Magandara, Maoshis, Meowki, and Karashin. Thank you so much for giving me like your insight. I really do appreciate it from all of you. But yeah, I'm gonna try to like go to Q&A for this one. If you guys have any more questions, I know medyo magulo ako mag-present. Sorry na. But I will be leaving this like as a VOD for anybody who was like looking for a freelancing one, which means this is gonna be a very short stream because I know if anybody sees a VOD that's like 2 hours long, I know that they are not gonna watch it. Eh. No. Okay. Don't call the interviewer chat. Yes. Oh yeah. I hope I covered everything. Yeah. I'm sweaty. I've been wanting to do this for quite a while. Ever since the what do you call this? The my day a month as a freelancer, as a small artist went up my video. I was like, I kind of want to do like an extensive version of freelancing because I feel like as a as a person who started out without knowing anything, and I just had to like keep asking around and like figure out the things for me. I feel like I would find this very helpful. Yeah. Do you guys have any questions, any clarifications, any violent reactions either way? Do, 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 do. I'm gonna move here back again. Hop, 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 hop. There we go. Yeah, I'm a rabbit. And we are gonna look for somebody. Also, I'm really sweaty. I'm so sweaty. Also, I finished Sprouts cinnamon rolls. I kept offering to my family. Like, oh, I know Alex made cinnamon rolls. You wanna try it? And then my brother was like, yeah, sure. Like, gusto mo yung poke? And then I showed I showed him the cinnamon roll that looks like a vagina. He punched me in the shoulder. Then I told my mom, like, oh, Alex made cinnamon rolls. Do you want to try them? Gusto mo yung poke? And then she was like, when you said that, I don't want to try it no more. but, but poke. Anyways. Alright, that's it. No questions, no violent reactions. No one want to fight me. Alright, let's raid somebody. My back hurts, by the way, guys. It hurty. It hurty bad. Sino online? I will be leaving this VOD on YouTube, and I think I want to do like other talks like these, but very short ones, so I don't end up boring you guys. Yes. Oh, Pentel's still online. All right. Okay. Shibal. I'm surprised that Pentel's still alive. All right. Let's go raid. Ping ping. We're doing a short stream today. I will not stay this long talking about freelancing. But yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to leave it on the thread in my Twitter post, and I will actually add them to the Canva. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. We will be raiding Pental Paragona. If you are subbed, here is the sub raid message, and if you are not subbed, here is the non sub raid message. I think there's only one person that was subbed. I don't remember. I'm not even sure if they are here. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Bye bye. Mwah, 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 mwah.